There are some voices in World of Warcraft that never shouted. They didn't go for world firsts. They didn't stream their glorious arena journeys. They just walked through the world and somehow made you feel like you were home again. This is the story of someone who reminded us why we fell in love with Azeroth in the first place. He didn't ask for fame. He just pressed record and gave us peace. And yet to this day, there's still no memorial for him in the game. But everyone still remembers. This is the story of Hayven Games. If you've ever clicked a video just to relax in Azeroth, if you've ever walked through a zone just to listen to the wind, if you've ever whispered to yourself, "Man, I miss the old world," even if you don't remember his name, you should look up his channel. Let me try to tell you why. Hayven wasn't like most World of Warcraft creators. He didn't chase drama, he didn't yell, he didn't care about clickbait. He just wandered and explored through forgotten zones, hidden places, and dusty files from the early builds of World of Warcraft. The things most players never noticed. He made videos about the stuff Blizzard removed. The weird, the cut content, the haunting leftovers, and somehow, he made it feel like magic. He had this voice, soft, slow, and kind of tired, but comforting. Like a campfire when you're all alone. He didn't just show you a zone. He took you there, not just physically, but emotionally. You didn't just watch videos about zones. You remembered what it felt like to be level 12, 30, or 44, walking those roads for the first time. The music, the wind, and the emptiness. But the thing is, Hayven didn't talk much about himself. He was just a guy with a screen, a voice, and a love for the World of Warcraft, the way it used to feel. He once said, "I don't make these videos to be famous. I make them because this world matters." And you could feel it in every long pause, every footstep echoing through an empty dungeon, every camera movement looking up at a forgotten tower. But here's what makes it different. He became tragically sick, and one of the last videos was titled, "Let's Talk About the Cancer." Hayven had a rare and aggressive cancer, epithelioid sarcoma, and he talked about it openly, calmly, like someone explaining patch notes. He said he wanted to keep making videos even from the hospital, and he did. Even when his body was failing, he still uploaded lore, he still showed us hidden zones, he still chased the places Blizzard had forgotten. He mentions how beautiful it is, how most players never see it, and now, watching it feels different. Like he knew he was saying goodbye. His YouTube channel isn't just a list of videos, but more or less a memorial in motion. Each upload is a breadcrumb, a path through the quieter corners of the world. There's one video you should watch whenever you have time. Go to his channel, search WoW Secrets Azshara Crater. Put on headphones and let it play, and when it ends, ask yourself, should a player like that really be forgotten in-game? If you've ever felt something watching one of Hayven's videos, if you ever sat back and said, "I miss this," leave a comment, tell someone else. In some way, let Blizzard know, because among all other memorials in WoW, this one deserves a place too. His heartbreaking death didn't make headlines, just one video on Hayven's channel, with the title, "Last Video, Rest in Peace, Hayven." That was it. Just deafening silence after, and among his community an immense grief. The community didn't take it lightly. Comments flooded in, some from old subscribers, some from people who hadn't played the game in years. Reddit threads popped up overnight, honoring his legacy, sharing epic anecdotes, raw and pure emotions, and outcries for an in-game memorial. Players held in-game gatherings at Uther's tomb. Dozens of players showed up. They lit campfires, but most just stood there in silence. His channel didn't stop being watched. Even now, years later, people still go there. New viewers like me, old players returning, late nights, quiet moments. They click stories about forgotten weapons, or unfinished zones, or secret places in World of Warcraft, and it's like opening a time capsule, a digital memory of a game that used to breathe slower in A Man Who Noticed. But here's what really sticks. Hayven has no in-game memorial, not even a small grave, or secret reference to his accomplishments. And even though I just heard about him, that feels wrong. We know Blizzard has paid tribute before. Sometimes it's a line of dialogue hidden in a dusty tavern. Sometimes it's an NPC who stands quietly in a cathedral. They've honored comedians, fallen developers, players who meant something to their guilds. Some become quest givers. Others just exist. As a reminder, tucked into the world, that real people once walked these lands too. All beautiful and deserved. But where is Hayven's memorial? He helped thousands reconnect with the world they loved. He gave quiet joy when World of Warcraft felt loud. He made people feel again without ever asking for anything. You can visit the zones he loved. Ashenvale, Desolace, Azshara, zones people forgot about. But when you walk through them with his videos playing, you start to see them differently. That's legacy. It's not about numbers. It's how something makes you feel, even if it's just for one single person. And you know what? The community is not asking for much. Not a statue, not a cinematic, just something small, maybe a journal on a bench, a note near the water, or perhaps a named NPC near in a park or tavern who just whispers, "I used to walk these roads. They were beautiful then, and still are now." Because when a legend dies but his work still lives, that's worth remembering. When you give people peace in a world full of noise, that's heroic nowadays. And when you do it not for views or fame, but because you love the game, that deserves a place in the world you loved. So if you've never seen Hayven's work, go look him up, like I had to do. Just search Hayven Games on YouTube or Google, pick any video, doesn't matter which one, sit back and let it play. Because somewhere in that quiet, you'll feel it. That strange feeling of home in Azeroth, the one that's hard to describe, the one you thought you lost, and then perhaps you'll understand why this man mattered. I did not know about Hayven Games, but I can say his content inspires me as of now. If you believe people like Hayven deserve a place in this world, share this video. Comment below, because legends don't always have gear scores. Sometimes they just have heart. I'd be honored if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel if you believe the quiet ones should be remembered too. And if you're ever clueless what to do, take a moment to just stop somewhere in Azeroth. Thanks for watching.